Hey everyone, welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper. Ben Vereen is an iconic Tony Award-winning actor known for his roles in musicals like Pippin and Jesus Christ Superstar. Now Vereen is starring in a recurring role on the Fox series Star opposite Queen Latifah. Let's take a look.
Is that my baby girl?
Daddy.
Hey, come on in.
No. I'm gonna stay here.
What's going on?
You remember when I was little, you know, those Sundays you would take me for ice cream in the park?
Yes.
I felt like the most special little girl.
Everyone put your hands together for Ben Vereen.
Hello, everyone.
Or should I say the Minister of Fun?
Minister of Fun.
What is this hat about?
The Minister of Fun. We are spiritual enforcers for the Minister of Fun. See, we believe that fun is the essence of life. So our mantra, that got this from Ram Dass, who anointed me as the Minister of Fun. And our mantra is, if it ain't fun, don't do it. And if you got to do it, make it fun. Huh? Hello? Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Okay, you agree with me?
Yes.
Huh? Yes. Just snap it like we do in the 60s. Yeah, there you go.
I would imagine with the career you have had, that probably helps a lot, is that whatever opportunity you have, you just make the most of it.
It's true of life. I spoke to Ram Dass about this, and it's true of life. We have a tendency to look for fun. We all want to have fun, and sometimes we overshoot it. Sometimes you got to be still and allow the fun to come through you. And sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we do not like what we're doing, but somewhere inside that misery is fun. Create a fun moment for yourself and play it through. It'll make it much better.
That's such good advice. So let's talk about Star.
This
show is so big and so full of so many different actors and cameos.
Yes.
How did you become a part now of
Lee Daniels, thank you, Lee. Thank you. Called me and asked me to come on the show and play Queen Latifah's father and Brandy's father. And so I'm in the show now doing their father, being their father. And my wife is Patti LaBelle.
Right?
Whoa.
Miss Patty's pies. Has she brought any pies to set?
No, she has not while I was there.
Oh.
We have not met yet on the set, but we will. I'm not allowed to tell you what the episode's about or which way we're going with it, but it's good.
So his name is Calvin, though. We do know that.
Calvin Brown, yes.
How do you describe Calvin?
Calvin is let's backstory, is he ran the block. You know, he was a cat. He was a guy who, ran the streets, probably was a gangster at one time in his life, and, a drug dealer, whatever he had to do in order to get through, get by. And he had these children. And, of course, Patti LaBelle, she's a diva of the neighborhood. So, that's pretty much a little bit about, as much as my imagination can tell you about him.
Can you tell us any of maybe the obstacles he's going to face?
No, I can't
was he an estranged father?
No, I can't tell you that.
All right, cool.
I know,
well, the interview's over. It was really nice to meet you.
Those are all, valid questions. But I think that by tuning in and watching the show, you'll get the answers that you're looking for. All I can tell you is he's intense. He's intense. He's got a few problems.
And he'll fit right in because all of the characters are so dynamic. Yeah, on the cast, they're so dynamic, and the storylines are so much fun.
Yes.
So what was it like for you to walk in and work with these actors like Queen Latifah and Brandy?
Well, the first day was with Queen. That was, a matter of fact, that was my first day on the set. And Queen is wonderful. I'm not just saying that because of the fact that I admire her as an actress, and I do. And her work, I do her body work. But I'm saying because she's a wonderful person. And a true artist. So that's all I got to say about her. And Brandy, oh my God, she's my heart. She's my heart. Matter of fact, I think I taught her how to whistle.
I love that.
And I play my flute on the show. And so she likes to sit beside me and listen to my flute playing, just to calm things down. Yeah.
Is that what you do to pass the time on set? You play
flute?
On
the set, I play, my little Indian flute. I have a flute by High Spirits. They put out flutes. And I was up in Manitou, which is in Colorado, And I went to this musical store, and they had these spirit, high spirit flutes. And I started playing, and I've been with me ever since. Wow. And I play it usually just to calm myself down. Just the Indian sound, the sound just calms me down. I find that usually when I play it, the whole room goes, ah. It's a nice thing.
You should have brought it. Oh, do you have it? You guys.
There it is.
Will you just give us like a little 8 count, just like a little something, something? Why not?
Let's see if he's ready. I usually have to talk to him.
I love that you just had a flute in your pocket.
Always do. Always have a flute. Om Namne Padme Om. Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, You just go, oh, okay. Yeah. Next.
So other than Lee coming, and approaching you for this role, was there something that drew you to the show Star? Because it's a diverse cast. They tackle difficult issues.
The story's wonderful.
And they have so many different dynamics going on.
The music's great. The choreography is wonderful. The director, the crew, everybody who is associated with the show or the production, they're amazing. And thank you. Thank you. I know a camera. I'm looking to say thank you. Yes, that one. Thank you. Thank you.
So in addition to the show, though, you also have some personal shows that you're doing.
Yes.
Which you're so you have one at the Cutting Room coming up on Thanksgiving.
Right. That's right. You're going to be there?
I would love to come.
Oh, please come.
Yeah.
Please come.
So what's going on in these shows? Like, what will you be doing? Because obviously we know you sing and you dance and you act.
I'll be doing all of that, all the above, plus telling stories. And the owner, Christopher Stephen, has said that for dinner, we're going to have a Thanksgiving Day toast. Everyone gets a glass of champagne. And so we're going to toast to thankfulness. The first thing we're going to give thanks for is our lives. Next, our families. And next, for the planet to be healed, which we need now today more than ever.
So these shows are on November 22nd and 23rd at 7:30.
7:30. 5 o'clock, gourmet meal.
So how do you pick what songs you're going to sing, what stories you're going to tell? I mean, you've had such a crazy career.
So it's really the audience. I lay out a set list. Matter of fact, on my my webpage, I've asked for songs that people would like to hear. And so you can go to my webpage and see I have what songs would you like to hear during my show at the Cutting Room and in Richfield, Connecticut, at the Richfield Playhouse, so that people can just say, okay, I want to hear this. I'll say, okay, I got that, or either no, I don't got that.
What is the song that people always? Is it Mr. Bojangles?
Yeah, it's interesting. You should say that.
Yeah.
Mr. Bojangles is a lot. And I do that as a tribute to my good friend and mentor, Sammy Davis Jr. I do that one. I do Defying Gravity from Wicked. Of course, I do Pippin. I do Magic to Do, The Corner of the Sky. I do all those great songs. And then I get a chance to do, and paying tribute to Sammy, do all his great songs as well.
You just listed several of the different musicals you were a part of.
Yes.
Is there a role now that you look back at and you know that was the defining kind of moment for you? Because you've had a couple of defining roles.
It's kind of hard to say. I remember when I was first nominated for a Tony. I was in Jesus Christ Superstar, directed by the great Tom O'Horgan. And I was in my room, and the stage manager or the doorman came upstairs with an envelope. And he said, Ben, you have an envelope. I said, okay, give me the envelope. He said, no, you got an envelope. I said, yeah, give me the envelope, damn it. So he says, no, this is an envelope. He handed it to me, and I'm reading it, and it was from the Academy, the Tony Award Committee. And I'm looking at it, and I turned to him and I said, who's Tony? I didn't know what a Tony was all about. I did not get into this business for the accolades. I came this way because I love you. I love you. I love doing what I do for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do. The accolades, bring them on. I love them. They're wonderful. But I did not know that you got awards for what I do. I remember when I first got my first job was for a dance I did for the Ebenezer Baptist Church Fashion Auxiliary Show. They paid me $5. And I went, You get paid for this too? So, so I can't say that's, I'm just so thankful, you know. What shows? They've all been my favorite shows.
Any that you didn't like so much, or that maybe you go back and be like, I didn't need to do that.
Minister of Fun, that's what makes me say, okay, I'll find something in it that I like. It may not go the way I particularly want it to go, but there's something in it that I can make rich for myself and hopefully for you as well. Yes.
How do you feel about Broadway in general now? Just the shows you're seeing. Are there any actors that you really think are who people should watch?
Everybody who's employed. Simple as that. I love Leslie Odom. I love that because I saw Leslie, and right away I went, wow, I felt this energy was like mine. Yeah, she's wonderful. But there's so many other great actors and out there. I don't know if it's proper to say actors and actresses anymore, but the actors are just, it's amazing to be able to work with them and to share with them. Matter of fact, I go out and I do master classes now, to give back what has been given unto me.
How can people take those master classes? Do you go to a certain university,
or online? Universities and places like that. Yeah. I think I have one coming up in Connecticut, and I have one coming up in Florida, in Atlanta. Various places.
Why is that important for you to speak to that next generation?
Because they're the ones that carry the legacy forward. It's not once I'm done. I'm done. Now, the legacy of the art must go on. We guys must understand something. I know it sounds corny because, there he goes saying it again, but it's something I believe in. I believe that life itself is an art form. Everything comes from a thought. This floor, someone had to think about it. Those chairs, they had to think about it and form the art of that chair that you're sitting in. This morning when you woke up, you said, what am I going to wear? That's you becoming Picasso and painting yourself on the clothes that you're going to wear that day. Life itself is an art form. In the beginning, in the Bible, in Genesis, it says, in the beginning, God created. It didn't say in the beginning God manufactured. So therefore, we're all creative aspects of the one who created us. And what we do with it is a gift that we give back to our Creator.
So is there anything you haven't gotten to do yet?
Got to talk to you today.
Look at this charming man.
You deserve to be charmed.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
On a real personal note, you first came into my life on Zoobilee Zoo.
Oh, Zoobilee Zoo?
Yeah.
You're a Zoobul?
Oh,
so
I'm
good
literally
to
like
see.
feeling
So good
this
to
in my
see
soul
you.
right now.
Zoobilee Zoo.
Mayor Ben.
Mayor Ben, yes.
We've seen all these really amazing shows from the 90s coming back. Has there ever been any talk about doing a reunion of Zoobilee Zoo? Or?
There has been. There's been one. Cockatoo has been trying to put it together. And we're looking forward, hopefully, for her doing just that. Yeah. That would be nice. It would be animated now, of course, unfortunately. But, yeah.
See, I really like the live actors. I feel like we have so much theater on television now. Yes. It almost would fit perfectly into the singing and dancing and things that we're seeing being brought.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I'm still holding out for actors.
Okay. Thank you
if I have
very
any
much.
say in the process.
We appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think now's a good time to go to your other fans in the audience. We have a couple of questions.
Oh.
So who do we have first?
Any questions out there?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Everybody got shy all of a sudden.
I'm sorry.
This is a nice facility that you have here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing, son?
It's nice to meet you. You've been in the game since 1977.
Well, before then.
And before then.
Yes.
Yes. And my question is, how do you manage to stay relevant in these times? I mean, you got to have a great agent.
Oh, yeah, that helps. A good agent, good manager. But also, it's on you. You got to understand that the agent and the manager work for you, but you've got to be present. You've got to be relevant. Yeah. You bring the relevancy to the table. You, not them. You do, and then they take that and they go out and they can sell it to do what they do. But you must bring your genius. Say, hey, my genius is here. Now what can you bring? Well, how can you bring my genius to go out there and give it to the people where it belongs?
Well, I'd like to salute you and give you a handshake.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you, bless you.
What is your name?
Michael.
King Michael.
Okay.
Honored to meet you, my king.
Questions for me.
Thank you.
Next question.
Is this mic on?
I'm doing great. What's
John,
your name?
John, go by JC in the
Your
industry.
name is what?
My real name is John, but I'm
John?
JC in the music and
Okay,
industry,
King
in the
JC,
industry
yes.
myself. But my question to you is, you've been around for 1,000 years. No, you know.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
No, but
You remember Moses?
yeah.
I was the guy on the mountain saying, Moses, you only need 10. I'm that guy, okay?
Right. Well, the question was, what motivates you, like when you wake up? Besides, like everybody like in the industry likes to get a check and all that stuff. But besides that, what motivates you the most to continue doing what you've been doing, like for all these years? Like
A miracle happened today. I woke up.
Right.
And because I am awake, I'm aware, and I'm alive, therefore, that motivates me to do more of what I'm doing for my public.
Right.
How can you, the young man asked me, how do you stay relevant? It's about finding out what your audiences are looking for and then filling that gap. That's what I do. And I look for that every day.
Right.
And I find in some strangest places and wonderful places. Yeah.
Okay.
I watch our young people.
Right.
I have to add, too, when you're a true performer like you are, I think that is a timeless thing because there's so many fabricated, manufactured artists now who really don't have talent.
Yes.
And I think when you can see talent, that is something that will be relevant forever.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And last question.
Hi, thank you
Hi.
so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So Star, obviously, you talked about the cast, great cast, and I was wondering if you had any favorite behind the scenes moments from shooting the show.
And Star? Well, yeah, I'm just starting. And what is an amazing story for me behind is that on the set is watching the crew. Have you ever sat back and watched, like even here, even though you got the cameraman, crew over there, these people, the crew over here, you guys actually have camera people. My God, you're like a relic. There are no more. There's studios where you don't see camera people. But these crew, they set up everything for us to look good up here and to bring you our light. So that's what's amazing to me on the sets. That's behind the scene for me. I'll sit in the middle of a scene. I won't even go to my trailer. I'll sit there and watch the magic happen, unfold. It's amazing what they do. Amazing what you do, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do. If you guys want to see what he does in person, I'm going to read this off the list.
Please.
You have the shows at the Cutting Room on 11/22 and 11/23 at 7:30. You also have a show at the Ridgewood Playhouse in Connecticut. Ridgefield, sorry.
Yeah.
On December 2nd at 4 p.m.
Yeah, Playhouse.
So
and
if you got
a glass of champagne on Thanksgiving, come. And you know something? This Thanksgiving, we as a society are in such a need of healing each other. As you give thanks for those who do not have that they might have, and share. Give something. Get out there and help somebody else besides yourself. And then you find out once you help somebody else, you're helping yourself. All right?
I could talk to you all day. You're amazing.
Oh,
Instead,
bless
I'm
you.
just going to tune into Star Wednesdays at 9
Oh,
p.m.
yes,
on
please
Fox.
do. Please do.
Guys,
Watch it.
give it up for Ben Vereen.